And he used to build a Presepio. I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
Presepio is I sent you a picture of the most recent picture that I have of my father building the Presepio. St. Francis of Assisi used to have a live nativity creche at Christmas. And in Italy, especially in the South, there's a tradition of every Christmas. We didn't have Christmas trees, but we built a Presepio, which is the nativity scene of Christ's birth, but it's the whole town of Bethlehem. Mountains, waterfall, the whole bit. My father's, the tradition in our family is over 8, 9 generations. We have statues that have been handed down each generation to generation. So we built a Presepio, statues that my great-great-grandfather used. And so we add to it because they don't last too long because they made of clay. But my brother now, my younger brother, Joseph, who was born in 1962, and my father came to America, he has the Presepio and he's doing it with his son. So it carries on. I've also taken part of it and I make it for my daughters and my grandchildren. So the tradition that we have not been able to pass on of dinner at the table every Sunday, stories at the table every Sunday, but at Christmas, we get together and we make the Presapio. It's a tradition and we keep it. So it's nice that it's the one thing we've kept.
Wow, that's, yeah, I never heard of that. Now, is that a, I'm gonna have to ask one of my cousins, is that a Mares thing, a Puglia thing?
No,
or
no, it's an Italian thing.
It's just an Italian thing. Yeah.
All Italy does it. And what they do is every area does the Presapio, which is a nativity creche. You can think of a railroad, you know, those railroad scenes where they put little tiny railroad. That's the idea, only it's with the town of Bethlehem at the time of Christ's birth. So we duplicate the unleavened bread, the oil bottles with the little tiny Hebrew writing. I mean, it's very historically accurate. And everybody does it different from the South. So my Presapio looks Southern. The people from the North, they put snow, they do it their way. So every region, if you're in the city, they tend to make it more building structure-like. So everybody does it. It's a folk art, but it's become extremely refined.
You know, I think I've seen something like that, but I didn't recognize it as the Presepio, but I think I have seen photos. Yeah.
Yeah, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, when they had their Christmas tree, underneath it, they have a Presepio. It's freeform, but doesn't have a lot of construction, but it's basically the same idea. And St. Francis of Assisi did the first